This week on The Deck, we are talking about a quick and just a be easy way to update your home and give it a brand new look, and that is by updating the exterior, and that's the siding. Jamie, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
All right, so you do a better job of talking about siding than I do, obviously. You're the expert. Tell us what we need to know.
Yeah, so the main thing you want to look at when you're replacing your siding is to evaluate what you want your home to look like, the finished product. So you want it to basically just, you want to give it a whole new exterior? Do you want it to look totally new? Or do you want to just say, hey, I just want the same stuff that's...
Just to freshen up.
Yeah,
right.
I just want to freshen up. I've got white siding. I want white siding, you know, when it's done, but I want something that's going to last. So I don't want to have something that's going to be a lot of maintenance. So there's a lot of things to ask in that. So, so when you are considering replacing your siding, make sure that you are aware of all your options out there.
All right, and what else do we need to know? Maybe we know what our end vision is, but what are some key things we need to keep in mind throughout the process and as we start our conversation?
Yeah, so one of the main things you want to look at is removing your siding. So a lot of people have, you know, either vinyl or masonite or cedar, whatever it is on your house right now. It is always best to take the old siding off and to discover what may be missing, what may be, you know, hiding from us underneath there. A lot of times people think they have insulation in their walls and then they get the siding off and like, oh wow, no wonder that room is so cold. It's the only room on this house that doesn't have insulation. So there's a lot of things to look at when you have that, but it's a good time to make everything brand new. You know, you put the OSB or plywood on your house and then house wrap it. So that's another big thing when you're looking at doing your siding is making sure that it's house wrap and everything's up to code, you know, making everything watertight. So.
And now previously that was not a requirement, is that right?
Yeah, so if your house was built, say in the 80s, early 90s, in some areas, they would not use house wrap. So it would be siding directly to plywood. Or to foam board or whatever it may be. So that is, the house wrap is a weather barrier, is its official name. And so basically what that is a barrier to keep the weather out. Right. So you want to keep the water out, let your house breathe. And there's all sorts of different house wraps out there, and we can help you select what's best for your house.
And now you were mentioning that we want to make sure we take all the old stuff off and make sure we know what's underneath that.
Yes.
And so that's, you know, possible, you know, moisture damage or maybe some rot or anything like that. Are there any signs that we can look for that may indicate that?
Yeah, I've looked at, you know, probably 1,000 houses, and so some of the houses you can look at and they have holes in them, they have termites damage, they have insects. You can pretty much tell which ones are going to have the damage from a lot of different things, and a lot of sometimes the house design, way the roof lines, the water came off the house just was not a good design. Or sometimes people plant things against their house that cause, you know, the house and the siding to always stay wet because the plant or bush or whatever is growing against their house. So there's a lot of things to look for, and we can help you say, okay, hey, it's going to be this. And so when we take it off, and you're not surprised.
Right.
But there's no way of knowing what is underneath there. So there's not any X-ray vision that says, hey, you know, you had this much, it's, you know, rot, it's going to be this much. So that's one of the biggest things for people is dealing with the unknown. So when we take that siding off, and there's nothing, people are happy.
Right.
When they find damage, you know, some people do not like it, but the main thing is we're honest with people and saying, hey, this is what we need to do. This is going to set you up for success and not have these reoccurring problems over the time.
You're going to help us fix it so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Now, when I opened the interview with you, I mentioned that this is a quick and easy way to update your home. For us, it's quick and easy because you make it that way.
Yeah, yeah. So we take all the stress out. So we do it from, you know, from the initial meeting to completion. So we come in, we design the home, we can give you a rendering of what that's going to look like. We can we have software that we can change colors and really change the products around, really show you what that's going to look like. And then we get to work. You know, we order everything pretty much that we put on a house is special order. So by the time when we sign a contract with you and begin your project, it may be 4 to 6 weeks before we start your project, but we are actually working, ordering your products and everything that go on your house. And then we come in and take all the siding off, we inspect it for damage, we put the house wrap up, we install the siding, and then you're left with a beautiful home that you can enjoy for years and years to come.
Is there a best time to start a project like this, or whenever we're ready?
Yeah, whenever you're ready. I mean, we do these projects year round, so a lot of people think that, hey, the summertime is the best time. With the weather, it's unpredictable here in Chattanooga. We can have weeks worth of rain, we can have weeks worth of sunshine. We love the sunshine. We do not like the rain in our line of work. So there's not a best time. The best time is when you start to notice problems, because I've noticed a lot of people that will let problems go, and what something would cost them $1,000 to fix, in years it cost them $5,000 to fix. So the longer you let something go and fester and then that rot sort of spreads, the more money it's going to cost you.
But we don't have to have any damage to want to update our home.
No, you don't have to have any damage. You can say, you know what, I just don't like this old siding that's on here, and I want a whole fresh new look. I want it to feel like a new home, because a lot of people are taking homes that they're just tired of, but they don't want to move because they love the location of it, and they love the yard, and they love their neighbors, and so, but they just want it to feel like a new home. We can help you accomplish that.
All right, perfect. Jamie, how do we get started?
Yeah, so you can come visit our showroom at 179 Ham Road. It's on the North Shore in Chattanooga. You can visit our website, look at some of our projects on there, ChattanoogaExteriors.com, or give us a call at 805-3800.
All right, Jamie, thanks for joining us and getting our minds rolling.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you next time on The Deck.